Up everybody and welcome back. It's Sunday. Put out a silly little video yesterday, maybe poking fun at a very famous crypto YouTuber. It's all in good jest. You steal my shades, I steal your thumbnail. Fair is fair. Good to have everybody back. We're gonna have a quick stream today before the r/cryptocurrency podcast at 6 p.m. East. That'll be live in their Discord and on Reddit, so check that out. And don't forget to smash the likes and subscribes. Check out Patreon, Discord. Let's get into the charts. Bitcoin. This is one of those times you guys get to say Tom was wrong. We had a trade set up in our live stream last live. We were looking for a short from 3,900 through 39,600, and this was the greater neckline for Bitcoin. This was, in my opinion, the spooky part. Potential. We have our first touch, and that was our second touch validating a neckline back here in January, and we were looking for the classic short play to enter, and we got stopped out. So I suck. Everybody's a better trader than me, obviously. But you can see how price has had a little, how should I put it? Been acting a little weird since it stopped us out, didn't it? Literally, our stop was at 41,768 and price reached 41,970 and 42,125 really on a wick. Both wicks, we see that even on the hourly time frame, price is barely closing above our stop. To me, this is a sign that we did something right. Price is held sideways and consolidated. I'm happy for this. Why? We were speculating about a CME gap on the open here, and that'll happen in 2 hours and 15 minutes. We have our predicted open for the next week. I believe that was 40,640, something like that. We may be a little off, but time will tell. 2 hours to go. So, a little update if you did not see the video recently. Our yearly VWAP. This is our holy grail right now. We fell below this. Here we go. We fell below this in December, and on the rally Friday, we've retaken it. This is more about this in the video that we put out, I think it was yesterday. We've retaken not just the yearly VWAP. Basically, guys, I try to keep that video simple. I didn't want to confuse people. I want it to be beginner friendly. But what we can kind of take from this is when we're above the VWAP, about 50% of people that traded in that year are in profit, and when we're below, 50% are red. It's an interesting take because it's by volume, not by price, so it's a better measure of that. You know, it's already going to get confusing if I try to go into it anymore. But let's just get on the corn, get done with this, and we will move on to some altcoins that are moving today. Boom. We retook the 20 daily. We have not moved really since today. I'm hoping for, despite predicting a little bit lower of a close, I'm hoping for a close above 41.6. If we get above 41.6 in the next 3 hours, we have ourselves a bullish engulf daily, and that is a great way to start a week. Trading down back to this trend line to the yearly VWAP, and I mean, in a really not great scenario, even the 20 daily are all potential possibilities that really wouldn't deal much damage to the structure we've built. I think you can visualize that pretty easily. Maybe a bump and run scenario off the top trend. In the worst case, maybe coming back to test support, previous resistance at 38.7 as support, then rallying back up. This chart's looking good. I'm very happy that we did not continue to just explode into the weekend with higher highs. That would be a rally that I would not trust to sustain us back. If you look at the rally off of July's low last year, that was not a fast rally. In fact, that was multiple months past before we retested 65 and inevitably 69K. So we're looking for a slow, painful grind. I know that's what everyone wanted to hear, just kidding. But that will give us the maximum confidence that we are resuming a bull trend. We've got the prices to look for. Let's jump into some alts. Looking on CoinGecko. Silently but surely, the total crypto market is retaking a $2 trillion market cap. It's been hovering at 1.99 for like 2 days now, maybe. And it's caught my eye that it's flirting. If you look at the exact number, it's like 1.9987. Like it's just under 2 trillion. It seems psychological. And I have a feeling that when that breaks, hell's going to break loose in a good way. We're going to see stuff run together. So over the last week, we have some big gainers despite a long period of downtrend. We have Juno, which I've never heard of. And maybe we'll open this up, take a look at it. But we have some more familiar coins here. We have Gala, we have Decentraland, we have Axie Infinitey. What's interesting to me is that those are all metaverse tokens, they're all play to earn game tokens. And you guys know I've not been the biggest supporter. I've been a little skeptical on these projects because while as a gamer, I can understand that when there are more players in a game, you're adding value. If you play a game, whoo, buddy, look at that. If you play a game, you're adding value to the other players that are playing with you. My question really though, or my kind of doubt of these projects is where's the money coming from? I assume that would be answered with participants in the game are buying, NFTs, tokens, they're buying stuff in game and that's where the revenue comes from. But I'm a little skeptical. I am very curious to see them all running somewhat together today. So we're going to briefly look at Gala, which does seem as if the bottom was in at 15.3 cents, at least for now. Traded back up to 30. AXS, which I don't know what any of these lines are, but we'll take a look. And I want to look at Mana as well. Mana actually not a pay to earn game. So that does make it a little different, doesn't it? Ooh, Mana and its BTC pair is actually very close to last year's high. That's pretty spicy. I remember when Coinbase listed Mana. We'll start here. I remember when Coinbase listed this last year. I put a video out, still up, with this exact support, $1.67. If any of you watching this channel at the time and saw that video, back here, it didn't seem very probable, right? We were trading all the way up to 422. Even I was convinced, the market hadn't shown any weakness. Even I was convinced that we were looking higher, maybe up to the $8 area. But we said, hey, there's a significant resistance that has not been tested as support. So to see Mana trade to 167 wouldn't be that surprising. Moral of the story here, guys, is these targets sometimes are very far out and they seem impossible to the upside and the downside. This is where patience is directly converted into profit. Anyone who waited for that $1.67, yes, I'm aware, just barely missed, $1.70. They got such a better entry, literally 50%. Let's see, from the initial high, patience would have given you a 60% discount. You would be up almost 2x right now, even though it's not near its high. This is just a reminder, patience is the name of the game here. You want to be a hunter sitting, waiting for your prey. You're not chasing your prey down. You're not opening up vulnerabilities. You're waiting, and if it doesn't come to you, then you're waiting for the next one. It's a much safer game. So we're going to zoom out on Mana. Let's see. Actually looking really bullish off that low, in my opinion. Money flow's rolling over. Momentum's up on the day. Let's look at this week quick. Oh, I almost forgot. We haven't identified any of these lately because, well, the market hasn't been that bullish. If you ever see these big hearts on my charts, that's where we've identified a bullish kissing. Yeah, I don't need to tell you really anything after that. You can see the bullish kissing was right here and it exploded. Such a powerful signal, but we're not seeing it right now. Weekly looking decent. VWAP's rolling up, money flows already pointing up, slanting upwards, waiting on the momentum. Mana to me looks pretty cleared for at least a golden pocket retrace, something like that. Let's take a peek. 6.5. All my defaults are changed. No, where is this one? Ta-da. Right there, weekly resistance is 388. Not bad. We have resistance on the weekly for mana 388. That lines up perfectly with our golden pocket retrace. That's likely my target. We may see this week close slightly above our local resistance. We could even see it then in the next week reach up to 388 and back test that 312 as support. That would be a very healthy climb. Now, we don't know that's going to happen. Chart's looking decent, but this adds up. I like it. AXS is a chart I don't think I've spent much time on, so let's zoom out again. What? There's a picture of a chart on my chart. That's weird. Cool. Cool. Wow. You can tell the last time we looked at this, we were a little more bullish. We had been pretty bullish, but we were looking for $143. No, we were looking for 143 as our 1618 extension and 186 as our 2 measured move. We did not quite complete the 186. We reached 166 before retracing. Womp. I mean, from $48 to 165, only 250%. We're terrible. However, let's get rid of some of this. We can see, this doesn't need to be here on the weekly. There we go. We can see that AXS actually did not randomly bounce. A lot of the time it seems like these charts are very chaotic, but that's what technical analysis is for. It is for finding the order in the chaos. Bounce at a very specific spot, which actually is weird because it looks really similar to Mana's bounce in the sense of came within, I don't know, 0.01% of a major support level and then bounced. Didn't fully test it. This was this is probably another good example of on the way up, targets to the downside usually don't seem very realistic. They don't seem like they're actually going to happen. And then they do down the road. But that's a good spot for AXS to bounce. That's 43.93. We see on the weekly right here with the last 2 and this weekly candle, a very solid potential 3 candle reversal. That's basically a 1, 2, 3 bottom. You have a low, a lower low, then a higher low. Usually you want to see a bullish engulf off of that, something that's indicating more upside. You got it here unless in 3 hours it drops 20%. That is possible, but I don't think that's the probable move. $82 is the likely short-term target for AXS. And really, that's not even analysis. We don't need indicators. We don't need anything. It's just you bounced from support. Your next resistance, you can see that very clearly from these candle closes and these candle closes. Right there at $82. Sometimes you don't need indicators. You don't need fancy footwork. You just need horizontal lines. That is a pretty good target. See what our fancy indicators do say, though. Not too much. Might be closing its first week of waning selling momentum. That's about it. That's about it. Oh, where? I forgot when I went live to do this. Gala. There we are. This is that button thing I always complain about. Just never works. I smash those Discord links. Bam, bam, bam. The podcast link. My thing's about to spam. There we go. Gala. Gala's still in this, still below this descending high trend, which is interesting. It's interesting. It rallied, I think, 70% from its low, or 100% from its low. Maybe 130? 130%, and it's still there. This is the craziness that is crypto. That you can rally 130% in 2 days and still be beneath a trend. So this is the trend line we're looking at. And we can see that Gala right now is battling both with what was support, now could be resistance, and this trend line. And it's looking like it might close below. Let's be real. Might close below. This is actually a really well-behaved chart. This is moving very cleanly. So I'll retest back up here these daily highs before you fell. You moved up, and now you've wicked back below. Would be great to close above 30.8 cents, but you don't have to. It would be much better. Close below this level, and we may see a backtest all the way down to 23 cents. That wouldn't be great, but it might open. Oh, that's too spooky. I knew it. You've got your golden retrace right there at support 23.2 cents. That's something I could play that. Let's see. By the way, guys, whenever I place a trade setup on these streams, they're not intended for leverage. They're not accounting for funding. They're not accounting for liquidation prices. I trade mostly spot because that's what works. Good luck. 3.78. Let's make this. You guys have noticed I like the 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Actually, instead, maybe we could do that. 3-to-1. Why do I like 3-to-1? Because that means I only have to win 1 out of 3 trades. You don't have to win every trade. Nobody wins every trade. If you wanted to just win every trade on paper and brag to your friends, you would just choose a much lower risk to reward. So you could do something like this. You could say, okay, I'll have this long, I'll stop it all the way down here, and I'm only looking for 9% upside. That's a 0.1 risk to reward. That means you have to win 99 out of every 100 of these trades to break even. That's not the way I like to trade. Trading is not about win percent. About P&L, baby. All right. So Gala, I'd like to see it move above. I'd like to see it close above here. 36 cents is really where I'm going to put my alert. That's going to be the important value. It did do a lot of rallying. It's likely to just cool off here for a bit. But that's going to be the important value. Whether it comes back here to test this as support first or not, we don't know. But once it breaks through about 35, 36 cents, there's going to be more upside, likely to that 48 to 50 cent level back up here. This chart could look very good. It may be seeing somewhat of a repeat of what it did back here. This is not one I would look to take a position today. If I did, maybe I would do this. Maybe I would look to short using that same 30 cents. And where can we take profit? Oof, but that is a rough take profit. You'd have to be aiming even for lower lows to get a real risk to reward on that play. Let's see what these look like. Yep, I get there. Cool. Good charts so far, though. I'm digging them. AXS, man, and I'm not bearish on Gala in any way. It rallied 130%. It's looking for some retrace. That's the way this market works. If you've noticed, every time you chase after something that pumps, it dumps on you. Learn your lesson. Just learn your lesson. Be the patient hunter. Check out Shiba. Shiba looked like it put in something today. I was worried about Shiba. Let's see if my concerns were right. Huh. This is like the only thing I didn't expect to happen with Shiba. Wow, that's wild. What an S coin. So you put in a new all-time high. There was some support. You better move this over. I forgot I have my image bigger. We had some support built here from consolidation on the way up. Not a lot. But below that, really all the traded volume on Shib was down here from May, June, July, September. That's sideways trading. So this created a pretty risky setup, meaning you didn't have a lot of traded volume below you. So this was very much a knife. The retracement here can't be denied. That's back to the golden pocket. Perfect. And now you've broken through your previous support. Wasn't rejected as resistance. That's pretty solid. I don't want to say that this is high probability yet. Let's see like kind of this trend line. Where are you at? Looks like you broke your trend. Huh. On log and on regular broke your trend. All right, Shib does look pretty good. This does look pretty good. VWAP very much up. All right, I'm looking for a retracement. Let's see. At previous all-time high. That's probably a good target. Let's see this on lower time frame. Everything's rolling over on it. Shib may rise again. Will it break its all-time high? I don't know. We called it once. We called that Shib would break its all-time high once. All right? We don't have to be able to call it every time. This would be not a bad move. I could definitely see this happening. Quad 04. Not a bad target. Not a bad target. I think I might play it this way. Going along with our patient hunter chat. I like where my stop is. Going along with our patient hunter chat, I'm looking for a backtest of these descending high trends. They may not come. They may not come. But if they do, they may offer extremely favorable trade setups. Not this one. This one got wrecked. Not that one. See how that plays out. Get rid of a lot of this. There we are. I'm shocked though. I'm shocked that it actually bounced that 618. Because we were looking at this volume profile. I love VP. Volume profile better than volume. In fact, volume is a crappy indicator by itself. Powerful when combined with other things. You see the point of control is at resistance at 3.5. This is just shy of our 4. That's likely the more conservative profit take target. Here's where my shock comes from. You can see there was no traded volume here. Just none. Nothing. In fact, only maybe like one daily candle even traded most of that, except for on the way back up. So what stopped it? What stopped it from falling? The 618 retrace. Whales, bots, whatever it is. Because it certainly wasn't organic, meaning in the sense of like orders placed. There just wasn't any trading there. So there shouldn't be, logically, tons of buys set there. But that's that can be out of the algos movies. There we go. Back up into resistance. That's pretty clean. I'm shocked though. Like this volume is still nothing, even though it wicked off of it. And you can see it's almost zero below. A rejection from Shib, a rejection here from Shib. Let's say it does reach 0.355. Yeah. Let's say it does reach 0.35. If you break your low, your measured move is literally right back at that baseline. I don't know. I did my wild $100 buy. I'm just gonna let it sit, and I don't care. I'm not gonna buy more. No. Let's check back in on the corn. Just chilling. This has got to be the most sideways weekend we've seen. I have no idea in how long. Maybe, arguably, a year. I don't know if we've seen this sideways. Like, let's check out our price range. 3%. 40,900 as the low. 42.1 is the high. That's pretty wild. But there is something good about that. This is what's good about that. We can pretty easily identify a horizontal channel. Horizontal channel. Now let's get a new chart. So we can get rid of some. There we go. There we go. A nice horizontal channel. Why is this good? Horizontal channels favor breaks to the upside. Statistics favor it. When I say something like that, that might mean, I don't know, a 51% versus 49% chance. Statistically favored greater than 50%. That does not mean 90%, 99%. Just more often they break to the upside. And so I'm not too worried about seeing that here. We're going to get our close. Man, we are battling into this close. Battling. Looks like we're going to have an order block either way. Bullish engulf above. Oops. There it is. There she is. Right, we're within $6. That's not even a measurable percent. I don't even know if I've said this the entire episode, guys. Smash that like button. I know it's not a super exciting day, but smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Join the fam on Discord. I also started a shorts channel. I know they're obnoxious, but YouTube doesn't like when you mix shorts with long form content, and so I made that. I made a shorts channel. Let me see. I should link that. I should link that, shouldn't I? Follow the shorts channel for much victory. Let's actually look at total quick. Such a good trend line. Not the greatest, not gonna lie. It did not look the greatest. What's interesting to me is Bitcoin, along with Gala, you know, all these coins we just looked at today have broken descending high trends. Total has not. That's interesting. You can see Total is still very far away, in fact. In order to break its high trend right now, it would need to gain about 5%. That's not the craziest thing ever in crypto, but it's weird to see Total under its trend, yet almost everything else isn't. So we could also construct a trend this way and say, oh, it has broken on the same day everything else did. But that's kind of fitting the data to what we want to see. Not the biggest fan of that. Panel was so pretty. Just above 2 trillion. Okay. It's weird. Total looks less bullish than everything else, even though it is reflective of everything else. Is what it is. Low time frames. Our call's looking pretty good. Our call for the close is looking good. Oh, that's not very spicy. Something tells me, though, next week is going to be a very spicy week. Very, very spicy. It's just a feeling. Let's see. I've been live and keep it short and sweet. Oh, 40 minutes, yep. It's pretty good. Pretty good. As I said in the start, this was supposed to be short. Join me on the R Cryptocurrency podcast tonight at 6 p.m. That is in an hour and 45, so I have to go. Like kind of practice and stuff. Join the Discord. Smash the like and subscribe buttons. Check out Patreon. Check out the video links in the description below this video. I use all of those platforms. They're things that I trust as far as I can trust in crypto, which is arguable. But check out the podcast. Join us in Discord. We're going to be live again tomorrow. I hope to see you all here. I love you, fam. You guys are absolutely the best. Crown out.